America's housing market has recovered lots of ground since the depths of the recession, but the next housing crisis may arrive sooner than you think. That is according to a recent piece by Richard Florida. He's the senior editor at The Atlantic and the director of the Martin Prosperity Institute at the University of Toronto's Rotman School of Management. Florida argues that there are several red flags that signal another looming crisis. He joins me now from Toronto to explain why he is so ready to rain on our parade. Richard, we are still talking about a housing market where the median price is 9% below where it was at the peak in 2006. We got some room to run. Why are you telling us this could go wrong?
Well, I think that the fact of the matter is the housing market has never recovered, and it probably never will fully recover. And I think that's a big part of the crisis. You know, not only are prices not back overall, they're completely uneven. They're record levels in Manhattan. They're going through the roof in San Francisco, and they're depressed in the Sun Belt and depressed in the Midwest. But more than that, construction isn't even back to 50% of what it was, and home ownership is at record lows. So I think the crisis really means that we're going to have to provide our housing and our version of the American dream a new way.
Let's take a look at home ownership. You just mentioned that we sort of peaked in 06, 07, and then you see it come down. We're at levels we haven't seen in a couple of decades, lower than the UK, lower than Germany, lower than Canada. Why do you care if home ownership rates are low?
Well, we peaked because of easy money and subprime loans and all the stuff you talk about, all this financial shenanigans. And what worries me, and I think a big indicator of a potential looming crisis, you know, making quotes crisis, is the fact that we want to loosen up, you know, I talk about this in the piece, that we want to loosen up these regulations again and, you know, reignite the subprime loan, make mortgages easy to get. And, you know, from where I sit, we've looked at this pretty closely and looked at the data. We've parsed the data pretty closely. It seems to us that if you take the most vibrant cities, you know, the places that are the most innovative parts of America's new knowledge economy, their home ownership rate is about 55 to 60%, you know, a little bit less than the 64% for the country. On the other hand, if you take the kind of stodgiest, the worst economic performing regions of the country, they tend to be 70 or 80%. So in my view, our rate of home ownership should come down to about 55 or 60% with about 40 to 45% rental.
Let's talk about housing expenditures. This is another a thing you bring up, that in fact, while these home prices have not recovered fully, we're actually seeing an increase in what we are spending for housing, more than a third. Give me your sense of what the implications are to this.
Well, I think there are two overall things. One is that we are now spending more and more again for housing. And in particular, we're not downsizing. You know, one of the things I think a lot of people thought the economic crisis, the Great Recession would bring is people getting smart and downsizing. Whether it's in the suburbs, but also as people move back to the urban centers, the new urbanites, they're buying and building bigger and bigger houses. And then the other thing, which I mentioned before, you know, housing may be affordable in Las Vegas. It may be affordable in Phoenix. It may be somewhat affordable in Houston. But when you go to those bi-coastal knowledge centers, the New York, Washington, Boston corridor, the area out on the West Coast from Seattle to San Francisco to LA, you know, fewer and fewer people can afford housing. And if a professional person or, you know, a middle-class person, a knowledge worker can afford housing, a working person or someone who toils in the service industries, they can't afford anything. And so I think that's the other dimension of our housing crisis. If you live in one of these booming centers, your odds of affording housing are very, very slim.
You talk about a great reset. We often on this show talk about a new normal. You keep referring to the knowledge economy and knowledge workers. You think that we should be working toward the type of housing that suits that type of worker better. Tell me what you mean by that.
Well, I think we are working towards a new normal and a great reset, and we might need another crash to get there. I think the kind of economy we have, which is powered by knowledge, powered by technology, powered by ideas, when only 5 to 6% of our workforce works in industry, making things. There are more blue-collar workers, 1 in 5, but only 5 or 6% of us work in factories. In that old factory economy, when you built those big suburban houses, you had to get a car, a couple of cars, commute to work, buy a television set, a washer, dryer, a refrigerator. all of that coming off America's assembly lines. Well, all of that stuff is made in China right now anyway. So I think for the knowledge economy, what we know is it requires density, it requires proximity. People want to take transit, they want to live in condos or apartment or townhouses. So we have to move to a housing system that's more flexible and where renting is at least as popular. And you know, we have tremendous government incentives for home ownership. We need to, you know, make sure that we're not over-incentivizing home ownership and letting people have the housing they need.
Richard, always a pleasure to talk to you. Richard Florida is the director of the Martin Prosperity Institute at the University of Toronto and the senior editor at the